Hi there, welcome back to my views and news. Two new stories for you. Firstly, Gondar city. An alarming story from Gondar. I did two or three videos on this topic last year too. I received information from the ground back then. I said that the criminal activity trend in Gondar was alarming back then. I said it could envelop other parts of Amhara too. It seems that nothing was done to control the situation. Almost a year, more than a year has passed since I did that video. Second story is about Oromo Liberation Army, OLA's message. OLA has given a message, public message through an official statement, message to the Oromo Liberation Front and Oromo Federalist Congress, OFC, two major political parties in the Oromia region. Interesting message. What does OLA want from these parties? What does ABI want from these two parties? Are these parties in talks with ABI? That is why OLA had to issue this statement. We'll try to analyze the statement issued by Oromo Liberation Army around 48 hours ago. Let's start from Gondar, viewers. I reported last year that in Gondar city, armed gangs are operating so freely that they are kidnapping people from their homes. They storm localities, they break into houses, they kidnap children, they kidnap girls, they kidnap wealthy people, then ransom is demanded. I mean, kidnapping for ransom generally does not happen this way. People are kidnapped generally from roads when they're traveling. Uh, Generally, armed gangs are not so powerful that they just break into homes and kidnap people from there and demand ransom for the release. It was happening in Gondar last year. I did several videos. I told you about the names of victims. I told you about the ransom demanded last year. People accuse Fano fighters. Pro Fano fighters accuse government. But I believe that criminal networks are operating in Gondar. I received information about an incident. It happened Friday night. On Friday night, around 10:45 p.m. local time, a man was kidnapped in Azizo. Azizo is in Gondar, you know. Amino is the name of this man, a middle-aged man, well-off man. His daughter lives in the US. His sister is from Italy. Pattern is the same. The pattern adopted by criminal networks, criminal gangs. They broke into his house by force. They just took him away and then they called his relatives. Now they're demanding 1 million birr for his release. It means nothing has been done in the last 1 year to stop or to prevent such heinous crimes in Gondar city. If in Gondar city people can be kidnapped from their houses, it means anywhere in the Amhara region people can be kidnapped. By the way, we cannot blame Fano because government is in control of Gondar city. Government claims to be clearing main cities from Fano's presence. In the end, the government, city government, regional government are responsible. Are they helpless against these criminal networks? If today people like Amino are being kidnapped, tomorrow MPs could be kidnapped too. Tomorrow police officers could be kidnapped too. Ransom will be demanded. Region is seeing lawlessness. Amhara region. Teachers were kidnapped. I did a video yesterday. I told you about teachers kidnapped in North Gondar by Fano fighters. They are opposing opening of schools. Teachers tried to open a school and they were kidnapped by Fano fighters. Then, judges are kidnapped by government people. Judges who give verdicts not liked by the government, they are kidnapped by government forces. Over 80 have resigned in the last 18 months. Several are missing. They were kidnapped by intelligence agencies from their courtrooms, from the judiciary's offices, and nothing has happened. Isn't it lawlessness at its worst level? Institutions are collapsing. Law and order agencies should focus on ensuring that people are safe. People are generally they fear when they travel outside. Street crime happens, but when they are at home and they're not safe, that is alarming. If it continues, you'll see migration. I don't think that people would like to live in such alarming, unsafe situation in Gondar. Oh, these incidents are happening mainly in Gondar. I am getting information from Gondar mainly. I don't know about other parts of Amhara, but I have done several videos on these incidents. All of them happened in Gondar city. Let's see how Amino will be released. Will the family, parents, or will police do something? Will police ever make its investigation public into such incidents? Who are these gangs? Who is backing them? Secondly, viewers, Oromo Liberation Army has given a public official message, which seems to be an advice as well to the two main Oromo opposition parties. Oromo Liberation Front of Dawood Ibsa, etc., and Oromo Federalist Congress OFC of Jawar, Professor Muira Gudina. Oromo Liberation Army 2 days ago in a statement said that Ethiopian government has been adopting different tactics to stop Oromo people's struggle. These tactics are like joint operation with Kenyan forces. Government has been deliberately trying to create Oromo versus Amhara conflict in Dera, North Shore. Government has been using its own people and some OLA fighters who surrendered, and these people have been involved in attacks in the name of OLA against civilians, etc. Now, government is adopting two new tactics which people should be careful about. Firstly, OLA says that government is trying to create divisions within Oromo community in Oromia. Cultural renaissance is the slogan which is being used, and government people are trying to create two groups of Oromos: those who are genuine, true Oromos, and those who are not true Oromos. Ola is warning that this sort of division should be discouraged. Second thing which Ola mentions is about OLF and OFC. Ola says that Abiy is weak. He does not have a support base now. He did have some support base when he took office in 2018, but now his support base is almost vanishing, not in just Oromia, but in other parts of Ethiopia. To say he wants legitimacy, he wants acceptance, he wants to be seen as having a strong support base. And again, he will play Oromia card. He will engage. He's engaging with Oromia parties like OLF, OFC. He wants to be seen as part of Oromia, as representative of Oromia. That is why these political parties should avoid engagements, photo shoots with the government, with PM Abiy. Government wants to use these two parties and other parties. Now, I want to say a few words. Firstly, If the OFC, OLF, they are parties, political parties. There's armed groups. Political parties want next election to be fair in Ethiopia, transparent, fair, and free. For that, they'll have to sit at the table. They'll have to talk to the government, the Zimbabwe's government. If they don't talk to the government, the two sides won't reach any agreement. Abiy will hold election the way he wants to hold the election. These parties at some point will have to talk to the government. OLA also talked to the government, by the way. OLA twice tried talks with the government. Back then, OLF, OFC did not criticize OLA for talking to the government. Why is OLA now criticizing OFC, OLF for talking to the government? I don't know if talks are ongoing or not between OFC, OLF, and government, but why is OLA against it? OLA tried talks, failed. Let OFC, OLF try talks as well. They want transparent election. This is what they should work for. Their parties. They want to contest elections. OLA doesn't want to contest election. OLA is not a party. It's an armed group. So this statement by OLA does not make sense for me. OLA perhaps not happy with some hidden engagements between OLF and federal government. Government freed OLF leaders a few months ago, and there have been some reports that OLF is in talks with the government, the Zimbabwe's government. All are not happy with that. But I think talks should not be discouraged. These parties cannot join OLA. They are armed groups. They are parties. They believe in politics. So I think OLA should let the parties do their job. The parties should work to make the next election transparent, free, and fair. OLA has its own mode of struggle, that is an armed struggle. OLF, OFC, OLA cannot operate in the same way. Different groups with different ways of struggling against the government. But OLA does not seem to be happy with engagements between the government and some Oromo opposition political parties. Thanks for watching.